Hi everybody, this is Greg29407 back with another edition of Shroud of the Avatar. Well, we are with Killdozer and he is outside of East Longfall Wetlands. And as you can see from the map, we're down here near Airy, down in this the Longfall region. And this is a Tier 1 adventuring area. And you may be saying, why are we messing with a Tier 1? That's for entry-level players. Well, here's the thing. They have redone this map in the most recent build, and there is now a banner in here. It's the Banner of Honesty, and there is a whole quest line that's in this map now. So it's not just for Tier 1 players anymore. So we're going to go in here and we're going to go through the mission. It's kind of an interesting treasure map type mission. There's some cool things about it. There's some serious problems with it as well, but we're going to go over the whole thing, and I'll show you how to find everything and where it's all at and how we get the final banner. So we'll log in here. Okay, now, and we have a map. But this is the old map. This map doesn't, this is before they've redone the entire East Longfall Wetland. This is what it used to look like. So the map is no help whatsoever yet. Now hopefully within the next month or so they'll add the new map in here and they'll be very helpful. But right now we're kind of flying blind on this. So we have entered this entrance right here. It is the west exit and entrance. And the way I'm going to have to describe this for you is, well, actually, let's walk out here first. We're going to walk towards the rest of this. Is like a little entryway. There's nothing over here. We're going to come to this entrance, and this is where the entire map is. And the way I'm going to have to describe this to you is, picture the face of a bunny rabbit. The bunny rabbit has a face, and he has two big ears. And we are down on the lower west side of the map, facing this way down here. South is the bottom of his face and his chin, and there's another exit down here. If we look due north, right up this way, we go straight up past his head and up into one of his ears. And this is the only way I could find to really come up with an idea of what this looks like. Now, again, this is a Tier 1 map, so you can go through and kill a bunch of caiman alligators and things like that. There's some bandits, but we're just here to get the banner. So I'm going to bypass a lot of the harvesting of trees and things like that, although there's a lot of good stuff in here. But what I want to do is show you how to get this banner. And there's some problems with it. The way it was set up, this is the first iteration of this particular quest. And there are some cool things. What you need to know is the bunny rabbit face, and also in the lower part right down here, there is an island right over here, and that island is going to be incredibly important for the end of this mission. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go straight up north, right up to the bunny rabbit's ear. Now there are two buildings in this map. We're going to visit both of those. One of them is the bandit's hideout, which is where we're headed to now, and the other one, which is on the top of the other bunny rabbit's ear, over on that side, is a bandit's hunting cabin. And it looks like there maybe have some clues in there for maybe a future quest as well. But right now that's a bit of a dead end. So this is all swampy, which I kind of like. I like these swampy areas. See a bunch of alligators, and there's a slime down here who's been attacking me, so I'll go ahead and kill him. Get a little bit of slime ooze. I'm going to try and bypass most of these lower level animals because, again, we're way over leveled for this. But I do like the swampy region, and they've done a good job on this. You can't really tell because I've got the volume turned down somewhat for recording purposes. All right, we'll kill this alligator. But they have like some swamp sounds and crickets and bugs in the background, and kind of cool things like that. It adds a touch of realism, which I really appreciate. I'm going to get some of this garlic here. I know. I said I'm not going to do any kind of harvesting here because I want my viewers to just get a straight shot of all this the quest, and then I'm harvesting garlic. Oh well. So we're still heading due north, as you can see. And again, we need to pay very close attention to our directions in this map. Notice right up here there is a skeleton of some type of item. This is a skeleton of a boat, some rowboat. That will be very important later on, very soon. There's some more slime. Now when we get up here, now the map narrows down. We are now approaching the bunny rabbit's ear, so it gets very narrow. So this is as wide as this part of the map gets. It goes from here to that stretch of a tree wall right there, and we're going to encounter some bandits up here because the bandit hideout is right past this netting and things up here. And this is where the quest really begins. So we're going to have to do away with some of these villains in here. So this is the bandit hideout. And I don't see any bandits. Okay, well that's fine. So let's go into the bandit hideout and let's get started with this thing. Okay. Now you see we have a map and we have a couple of notes. Let's first things first, what's in the chest? Nothing's in the chest. Oh, that's great. All right, let's see what this note says. All the officers are lying to us. Captain Wet used to be a great leader, but he turned into the biggest liar of them all. They say they only stole a banner, but we all know there is a lot of gold and gems in that haul, and every one of us deserves an equal share of what we stole. It ain't right that they're lying to us about their loot. And then there's a note over here. Here's what we know. Captain Wet and his officers hid our loot. They made a map to help them find it. And they keep lying about the value of the loot. I tortured the officers all night. To their credit, they kept up with their dirty lie. But we all know the loot wasn't just some ratty banner. We've got to decipher the map so we can find our treasure. Okay, so this is a treasure map quest, which I've always really, really loved. And here is the map. Now, we can't really see this very well. I'm going to zoom in. Unfortunately, we cannot take this map and put it in our inventory either. Now notice that there are 3 X's. There's an X next to a rowboat. There's an X next to some tree trunks, and there's an X next to this broken tree. Now, this would be fine except for here's a couple of problems. Number one, this map is turned sideways. It may be part of the story that the bandits are kind of stupid and don't know how to do this, but this is not north. This is north. In fact, we are standing right here. This is the bunny rabbit's face. This is bunny rabbit ear that we're in, and here's the other bunny rabbit ear. And we are standing about right here on the map. So we've gone off the map. This is where that little shell of the rowboat was. So we're up here. And this goes up a little farther too. So this is the bunny rabbit's face. And so this is north. This is south. This is east, and this is west. So right away, if you try and use this map and try and orient yourself based on these X's and you assume this is north, you're going to be in bad shape. As I found out the hard way when I first did this map. Now the island, we came in right here. This is where our entrance was. And we came out here and then we've gone straight up. The island I was talking about is right here. This is this little landmass right over here. And then this thing right here is really just a tree wall. You can't go inside here. You can go along the side, but you can't get into the middle section. But you can go up here like we did. We can go along here, which we're going to do. We can go up the ear over here. We can go all through this whole section. So we have 3 places that looks like they're marked. And from the 2 notes, it seems like there's some type of treasure that's being hidden. Now, that's all the information we have. And this makes this mission seem like needle in a haystack. In fact, a terrible needle in a haystack because there's 3 needles in the giant haystack. And we don't know what the needles look like. They don't look like needles, but what are they? And when we find the needles, what do we do with them? None of that's explained yet. Now, I'm assuming that in the future they're going to flesh this mission out and it'll be fantastic and it'll be laid out really well. But for right now, none of that's laid out. The 2 notes I just read and this map, this is all we have to go on. So it took a lot of work to try and figure stuff out, and I went online and found some other people that had done some stuff too, and we found, I got all the answers and stuff. So that's what we're going to do. But what we're going to do first, we're going to find these 3 X marks the spots, and we're going to try and find our needles, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so let's go back out here. I'm surprised there's no bandits over here. There were, I've done this before. Wonder if this glitched or something. If I continue to go north, that's another exit right up there. This is the end of the bunny rabbit's ear. So let's go back down to that the shell of the boat. Now, here's the other problem. We know that map showed that rowboat. Well, there's another rowboat in this map. And that other rowboat is a fully functioning rowboat, and it's in the other bunny rabbit's ear. So you would naturally assume that that's the rowboat that's in the map, in that picture. Well, it's not. So that's how I got all turned around. I was all confused on that. It is actually this rowboat, this shell of a rowboat that's actually marked on that map. So let's come over here. And what you want to do is, you can see this water is shallow right in here. We're walking through the water. It's ankle deep. You can see the bottom. It doesn't make any splash sounds. Now right in here it gets deep. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into this deep water. And if we look down here, and we put our cursor over here, we're going to keep doing this. See that little stick down there? You can barely see it because of the time of day. You can kind of see it better from this angle, maybe. Right there. Two-handed sword keystone. All right, so I clicked on that. So let's check it out in my inventory. Two-handed sword keystone. That's the first needle. Yeah, that's the first needle. That's truly a needle in the haystack. Now, again, that's where the bandit camp is, due north. That's where we came in, due south. We're now going to go across the bunny rabbit's top of his head, which is due east. And remember, from that map, we were looking for a broken tree. Now that looks like I went through a lot of these trees, lay down trees and stuff, and I couldn't find anything, and these are not them. So as we go through, you may notice a bunch of knocked down trees and torn up trees and things like that. I'm going to show you the actual tree that's marked, and it's like, wow, really? That's what you consider the knocked down tree? Okay. So here we have, that's the island right there. You can tell from all the stuff. So we're going to, again, come out a little farther. We're going to go north again. This is in the other bunny rabbit's ear. Kind of northeast. So this ear is a little floppy down. And you'll notice that here is another building. Again, we've gone north. This is the other bunny rabbit's ear. And this is considered the bandit's hunting lodge of some type. So there's a note over here. Let's take a look at this. Bank of Airy plans. And this is, it looked like someone was casing the Bank of Airy like they're going to rob it. And they've written down some people's names, Roper Holiday and Albert Locke, and he has notes about what they're about and things like that. This seems really cool, but it doesn't seem to tie into any other quest in the game yet. So maybe that's going to come in the future. I don't know. But there's nothing actually in here. But we do know, oh, there's the rowboat that I thought was the rowboat from the map, but it's not. But so I was looking around here. Now right up here, that's another exit from the map. So this is the top of the other bunny rabbit's ear. So that's how we can exit out. But we do know that there's a broken tree somewhere. Well, here's a broken tree. Now, of all the broken trees we've seen in this map so far, this is a pretty small example of a broken down tree. But this is it. And if you look underneath the stump, short sword keystone. So let's take that. So that's the second needle. Okay, so this is a little tough. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to head back down south a little bit to where we came across the top of the bunny's head, which is right through that entrance here. And again, that's the island. We're going to go to the island last. Now that west is where we just came from. This alligator wants to come out and play. So that's the way we came from the other bunny rabbits here. So that's the top of his head. We're going to go down this way. Now, I don't want to go to this island yet because there are a lot of skeletons and things like that on that island. And we're going to have to fight them later anyway. But let's not rush the point. What we're looking for now is that third needle in the haystack, and this is the one that's actually the easiest to find. Is 3 looked like 3 stumps or 3 tall tree trunks. And those is the one that I found the easiest to find. In fact, it's straight ahead here. So again, this is the island we're going to go to eventually. So you can see a bunch of ruins and things. And the way I orient myself basically was this knockdown tower that's in the middle of the swamp here. That seemed to catch my eye a little bit. Just to further orient you, the way we entered the map was right over this way, this general direction over here. So we came in here, went straight up that way, came back over this way, and then down. Now you notice we have these 3 trees right here. Dead, long dead trees. This is the third needle in the haystack. And what we have to do is we need to look for, within the grassy area here, yep, right here, behind this grass is a sword keystone. That's the third needle. Now, how did we know that it was their hidden swords? Well, because I looked it up and I was searching for all sorts of things. And I found these swords under here and I said, was that what it's supposed to be? And online I said, yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. So there's no indication that we were looking for some hidden swords, which may have been helpful. See, I thought this was the broken tree at first. I didn't know what I was doing. I thought that was the broken tree and I was all over this place. Anyway, so now we have all 3 swords. So now what in the world do we do? Swamp home, bandit hideout. So we've been to those places. Well, let's start heading back to this island. And again, this tower right here is kind of unique in this map. So I came here first, so I kept trying to orient before I figured out the bunny rabbit head thing. This is what I kept going back to over and over again. And it seemed to be the best way. That's an exit here. That's the south exit. And you can exit over here too. But again, we're at the south part, the bottom of his head. And up this way is the bandit hide. That's the bunny rabbit's ear. His other ear is up that way. Top of the head goes that way up there. And then here's this island. Okay, so let's go to this island. And again, nothing tells you to go to an island. It just says. Now here's a skeleton, so we're gonna have to fight a bunch of these dudes. Now they're not gonna be hard for us. There is a sheer volume of them that can make this more of a hassle than it should be. And again, as a tier 1 character, you're not gonna want to do this quest, I don't believe. You probably want to stay away from this island. Statue ruins. So that's marked on our map. Look what just came up here. Strange pedestals. That just popped up just this second on this map. And that's what we're hoping to find. Now notice, that was not there a minute ago. That was not here. We just saw this. And where is it? The strange pedestals? Where are some pedestals at? Right here. These 3 little round stones are what they consider strange pedestals. That's what we're going to find. All right, so what are we going to do? First thing we want to do is we want to double click on each one, and it's going to put those swords that we found in these pedestals. Now watch this. This part's really cool. All right, now we could go to this right now, but what's going to happen is we're going to get attacked here. We're going to get a little bit of ambush by these bogmen. So let's kill these guys. So you see there's a skeleton and a chest in there, which is going to be our treasure. But first we'll take care of these bogmen. I'm not sure why their names aren't over their heads. Maybe they're just a new enemy, so they don't have them listed yet. There are quite a few in here. There's another one, and a skeleton too. Okay. Oops. clicked on off the monitor. All right, so let's loot this corpse. Not much there. Here's a note. To all officers, the men are on to us. The rule of one man, one share remains true, but the sadder truth is our recent treasure hauls have left much to be desired. The men must believe we are earning more than we are, so we must continue to hide our pitiful gains. Otherwise, they will know we are but paupers and will leave us for some other gang. Worst of all, they feel it is their right to contest how I manage our gang. Ridiculous! They must never think of us as equals, as they are lesser creatures that exist only to be ground under our heels. For the good of the gang, continue lying to them. Our luck will change soon. Captain Wet. Well, that didn't work out for him. In here, oh, turn off my powers. And here's our banner. So that is our next banner. So that's this mission. Things I like about this mission. I love the treasure chest thing. That is so cool. This game needed more treasure chest things, and X marks the spot, and secret hidden things. That's really neat. I love the swampy area. I think this is a really neat map. You can do all sorts of different things in here with it. It reminds me of back home in the low country with the marshes and the sound effects they have in here. If you come here, turn up the sound effects pretty loud, and you can hear a lot of stuff. I wish there was more splashing in the water, though. They don't have that yet. Maybe we'll add that. So I really like that. I like that as a quest. I like having another banner. I like the whole look of this place. Things I don't like. There's no context to this. There's no real explanation of what we're supposed to do, or what's going on. If they had explained, oh, this group of soldiers have turned rogue and become bandits, and they're hiding in the swamp, so they rob nearby people, and then they hide out in the swamp where the authorities can't find them. That'd be fine if they told us that. I had to read about that elsewhere, but that's apparently what's going on here. And also, they didn't tell us anything about what's the quest. What are these 3 needles? What are we looking for? They could have had some type of clues. That maybe it was a complicated clue, like a poem or a little ditty or something that we had to try and figure out and say, oh, what does that mean? Does it mean this? And maybe we'll try different things. None of that. It's just, well, we have 3 things hidden. Have at it. And when you find them, good luck with what you do next. It's just not good. Hopefully if I'm recording this in December of 2017. Hopefully if you're watching this much later, you go, oh, this is a fantastic mission. It's fleshed out. Really good story. We learn about Captain Wet and his men and all this really cool stuff. And, they built a lot of things around it. I hope so. Because I think that the basis for this mission is really, really cool. It's just that it seems very unfinished. Like they just kind of, they kind of spit it out here and say, well, let's give them something to hold them until we, finish up later. But that's what we have. So anyway, we have our Banner of Honesty, which I'm going to add to our list of banners. So that's 5 that we've completed now. The 3 in the outskirts missions, and then our devotional, the Banner of Sacrifice and the devotional quest last time, and now this one, the Banner of Honesty. So I hope that helps out. I hope you enjoyed this mission. Give it a try. Obviously, it's not very hard when you know what you're doing. And it doesn't take very long at all when you know what you're doing. But the first time I did this, I think I spent like 2 hours in here, and I had to go online and ask other people and say, what am I doing? What's happening? So it gets a little frustrating. But now you have this video, so have at it. Until next time, this is Greg29407, along with Killdozer, our victorious tanker, saying au revoir, and we will see you next time.